Your metrics don't align with our system, she said flatly, sliding a termination packet toward me like a waiter dropping off a check after an awkward date. There are concerns you manipulated performance results. 6 years. 6 years of over-delivering red-eye flights, missed birthdays, and carrying weight that no one else would touch. And now, across the conference room table, the head of HR, my wife, looked at me like a stranger. No warmth, no hesitation, just protocol. Sign this and exit quietly, she said. I smiled, calm, still, reached into my jacket and pulled out my phone. Before I signed, I said, "There's something you should hear." We met at a corporate retreat. She was driven, magnetic, the kind of woman who spoke in strategies and smiled like she always knew more than you did. We married fast, built a life faster. She rose through HR like a rocket. I ruled sales. Together, we looked unstoppable. Or so I thought. Every win. She celebrated at my side. Champagne flutes whispered praise, her fingers tracing my tie. I believed we were in this together. I didn't realize she was only using my climb to build her own ladder. The first signs were subtle. A meeting I should have been invited to, missing from my calendar. Proposals I worked on, submitted without my name. Clients calling me, wondering why their accounts had been reassigned. Emails vanished. Records misfiled. Something was wrong. One night, I asked her gently if something strange was happening at work. She laughed, kissed my cheek. "You're burning out, love. Maybe take a vacation." Classic deflection. So I played dumb and started digging. I pulled back-end logs from our CRM, monitored access timestamps. The same name popped up repeatedly. Ellen Granger, a junior HR analyst. I'd never spoken to her, but my wife had just promoted her. I invited Ellen for coffee. Neutral location, low profile. She showed up jittery, clearly uncomfortable. I didn't accuse, just asked questions. Eventually, she cracked, said my wife had instructed her to review and clean up sales records. Quietly, it was pitched as a realignment strategy. Ellen didn't even realize it was unethical, maybe even illegal. I thanked her, paid the bill, and walked away with exactly what I needed, the noose and the hand that tied it. Over the next 8 weeks, I built the file. Screenshots, emails, system logs, even voice memos. I met with compliance, off the record, kept smiling at home, bought flowers, took her to dinner, let her believe she'd won. And then this morning, she called a meeting. The room was chilled, professional. Frosted glass, silent air. Beside her, the VP of Finance sat rigid, expressionless. "We're terminating your contract," she said, effective immediately. Her face was composed, but I saw it, the smug control in her posture. She thought this was checkmate. I set my phone on the table and tapped play. Ellen's voice filled the room. Her confession, every detail. The VP leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "What is this?" I placed a file beside him. Hard copies, digital trails, access logs, compliance documentation. Then I looked directly at the woman I once shared a home with. "You altered internal data, coerced a subordinate, sabotaged key systems to discredit me, and you try to have me fired based on that manipulation. That's not just unprofessional. It's criminal." She paled, lips parted. No words came out. I sent a full report to legal this morning. I added, and a copy to the board. The VP stood, flustered. I need to make a call." He left without another word. She just sat there. "I believed in you," I said, voice steady. "Built my life with you, and you betrayed all of it for a corner office." "You don't understand," she whispered. "I do," I replied. "More than you ever realized." I stood and walked out, leaving the papers on the table. By noon, security escorted her out. No send-off, just silence. The next day, I was reinstated. Quiet promotion, public apology. Ellen received a raise. Compliance launched a formal investigation. Several resignations followed. I cleared out our house 3 days later, left her side of the bed untouched. Didn't leave a note. People ask me whether it was revenge or justice. I don't answer. Some betrayals you bury. Others you document. Then let them burn themselves with the fire they started.